5 from London Fashion Week to invest in now. From cinched corsets to flashes of hot pink, London Fashion Week's Autumn-Winter 2026 season delivered a mix of high-end glamour and playful provocation. Across historic townhouses, underground show spaces, and futuristic runways, designers leaned into subversive femininity and sharply sculpted silhouettes. So here are the 5 trends that defined the week. While fur was the biggest trending trim of last autumn-winter, it seems feathers is set to be the standout accent for 2026-7. At Connor Ives and Annie's Ibiza, plumed capes and feather-trimmed corsets amplified both brands' vintage-inflected glamour. Chet Lowe approached the trend with a sharper edge, incorporating ostrich feathers into both garments and hair, creating sculptural silhouettes that extended beyond the body. Elsewhere, Erdem and Julian MacDonald offered more classic interpretations, full feathered jackets, cuffs, hems, and stoles that became the focal point of each look. It seems the key for styling the trend is to concentrate first on accessories, bringing it into scarves, capes, clutches, and shoes, then as the main look from head to toe. Erdem was one designer who showcased full feathered evening wear. Expect to see this flourish translate to red carpets and party dressing next season. Autumn-winter is rarely associated with bare legs, but designers made a persuasive case for high-cut briefs and ultra-short hot pants. At Paul Costello, tailored jackets were styled with high-rise briefs, reworking heritage fabrics into something unexpectedly daring. Masha Popova leaned fully into early 2000s nostalgia, sending out abbreviated shorts and low-slung silhouettes that nodded to the styling of Y2K. Caroline Vitto, on the other hand, balanced sensuality with structure by pairing high-cut bottoms with draped tops and sheer layers that celebrated the body rather than concealing it. It seems that the clear message takeaway from this trend is that proportions are shifting. Even in colder months, designers are playing with exposure, often styled with tights or boots to ground the look. Colored tights began trickling into the trend cycle last autumn, but it seems next season knee-high stockings will take their place. Spotted on the runways of Masha Popova and Caroline Vitto, sheer tights in pinks and smoky mauves injected contrast into otherwise neutral looks. Rather than traditional black opaques, designers opted for tonal or clashing hues that subtly shifted the mood of an outfit. Worn with briefs, mini dresses, or layered under tailoring, cut-off colored hosiery became a style statement rather than a practical accessory. An evolution of the tailored blazer trend from last season, the peplumed 50s-style hourglass silhouette emerged as one of the week's defining shapes. Dreaming Eli championed cinched corsetry, while Tolu Coker and Julian MacDonald showcased sculpted and dramatic peplums, creating sharply cinched waists that flared into fishtail skirts. Edeline Lee offered a more architectural take, integrating structured waist details and controlled volume into tailored daywear. At Annie's Ibiza, corseted bodices and exaggerated hips reinforced the return of hyper-feminine shaping. There were also more wearable examples of this silhouette. Burberry's runway showcased a tighter trench coat, departing from the currently popular oversized trench and harkening back to the more tailored and hourglass silhouette of 2007. After years of oversized tailoring and relaxed proportions, AW26 marks a decisive pivot towards definition. Peplums, once synonymous with the early 2010s business casual, have been re-engineered for a new generation. While many collections leaned into black, ivory, and cold cobalt blue, jolts of hot pink cut through this soberness at Fashion Week. Richard Quinn paired saturated fuchsia skirts with black bodices, creating high-contrast evening wear. Masha Popova embraced the shade in playful, all-bearing silhouettes, while Erdem wove vibrant pink through romantic dresses and statement pieces. Unlike the softer pastel pinks of previous seasons, this was bold, almost neon in tone, attention-grabbing, obnoxious, and unapologetically loud. It seems the Naughties is undoubtedly back, thanks to pin-straight hair, low-slung jeans, hot pants, and hot pink being some of the key trends to arise from London Fashion Week.